right now this pipeline's only operating at 1 million cubic feet a day, but it's got capacity to do well over 100 million cubic feet a day. So there's plenty of capacity on it. We're going to be adding significant volumes. And so clearly, from the standpoint of the regulators, they wanted to ensure that this pipeline could take it.
All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Colin Harrington. He is the CEO of Zephyr Energy. And Colin, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Yeah, very well, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing well, doing well. Good to have you along. Excited. The news is out today that you've just released from the company. And talk to me about the specific importance of this news release and sort of the successful completion of this inline inspection process.
Yeah, it's actually a really very critical domino to fall into place here. It's got some significant knock-on effects. Two biggest being, first of all, it allows for us to formally apply for regulatory approval with the Utah Public Service Commission. And secondly, it's a big tick in the box for farm-in and gas marketing partners that we've been talking with through our farm-in process. So, this was a technical operation. It took a couple months to both conduct the actual operation and then get the results. The ILI measures things from diameter to potential corrosion, looks for leaks. It ensures the pipeline integrity. Right now this pipeline's only operating at 1 million cubic feet a day, but it's got capacity to do well over 100 million cubic feet a day. So there's plenty of capacity on it. We're going to be adding significant volumes. And so clearly, from the standpoint of the regulators, they wanted to ensure that this pipeline could take it. And I should point out, if we were building a new pipeline here or even new gathering systems, that would be wildly expensive. So part of the reason we're located in this area, we've been developing where we were, is to have access to this infrastructure. And it's both, from an operational standpoint, very helpful to have, but also just from a geographical standpoint. I'm not sure if you followed, I'm sure it's big news where you are as well, but these hyperscale data centers going in. There's one just to the north of us. It's planned to use 9 gigawatts of power. And that's all behind the meter, gas-fired power. And to put it into context, the state of Utah only uses less than half of that today in the entire state. That's just one project. So we feel very well located, and we're happy to have the infrastructure to access it now too.
Yeah, Colin, give me some idea on the regulatory approval process and how that's going to shape out.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, Enbridge will apply for the approval. The Public Service Commission gives the approval. So we are, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, 100% beholden to those two entities. But both are motivated to do this quickly. And obviously, the demand that we were just talking about that's coming is important. There's need for more gas. We're hopeful that this will move quickly from here. But in the meantime, we're certainly not letting the grass grow under our feet either. We've obviously been paving the way and doing pre-work with the regulators. We've been doing the final design on our side for the gas plant, which includes the sizing of this, which will be critically important. How large do we go? Related to that, obviously, is planning for more wells and talking with partners who will help us fund additional drilling moving forward. And Enbridge is also doing work. It's piping, mechanical upgrades, and so forth. So there's a lot going on, but this is, a nice formal start. We hope things move quickly. And again, I can't give definitive timing yet, but as soon as we can, we will, once we're on the docket and they're pushing forward with the approvals.
Sure, makes sense. Makes sense. You mentioned the farm out progress that you're making and the process that's going on right now. That's continuing in the background as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's been very, very active for us. And this, again, as I was saying at the very beginning of the interview, this was a good tick in the box for potential partners to see that there is a low-cost solution to bringing the gas to market. Same thing from the gas marketing companies. So that's been very helpful to have, and we're certainly, very active on that front at the moment. It's coming along well.
So, Colin, it sounds like over the next weeks to months to come, shareholders should be paying attention to the company because there'll be lots of news flow, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll be putting out a quarterly update soon on our non-op portfolio. That's production that's largely unhedged right now and is certainly benefiting from the current commodity price environment. We nominated a lot of acreage in a federal auction that comes at the end of this month, so we should have results from that soon. We continue to prune our non-op undeveloped portfolio, and you've seen, the sales we've had there so far have more than paid for our acquisition last year that we made of those assets. And then obviously the biggest one is progress on marketing and the farm out, which we hope to have news on and a way to point forward very soon.
All right. We'll keep an eye out for it. Colin, thank you so much. Good milestone and good to have you on to explain it. Thank you.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Steve. Take care.
All right. There's Colin Harrington, the CEO of Zephyr Energy.